Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, I got a quick announcement to make. If you look out the right window, you see the interstate. I'm going to take the next exit because I got to go to the potty.
I'm getting real sick and tired of all these people tweeting this bullshit. About to go presidential on them bitch asses.
What's up, America? It is the 4th of July, and here we are.
Fuck yeah, America.
241 years. Wow, we are infants. And I'm not gonna lie, everything last week was pretty much a retread of everything we've already said. But you know what? I will give you real quick in our introduction, I'll give you a rundown of what happened last week that's gonna hit. Donald Trump, James Comey, we've been following that for a minute. Donald Trump never had any tapes. Didn't see that coming. He finally came out and said he never, nor did he ever intend to record James Comey. He actually perpetuated as he did it to get James Comey to be honest.
Okay.
That if Comey thought he had tapes, Comey wouldn't lie.
That's it.
Now
he straight bamboozled him.
He bamboozled. On the rundown, the travel ban partially reinstated. At any given time, maybe supported terrorism or been Muslim. That's what it is. It's Muslim. So 9 different countries, unless you have what is considered a bona fide relationship with America or somebody in America.
I've had a few bona fide relationships.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Bona fide, I'm sure. Pretty much like if you have an American visa, you're a student, you know, certain things like that that bring you in, you're allowed. Other than that, boom, you are not coming in. So Iran, Iraq, a bunch of other Middle Eastern countries, fuck off, apparently. Last thing on the rundown, the GOP Republican Party has come out with their next healthcare bill.
Over it.
Yeah, as is everybody.
Yep.
So nobody likes it. Everybody thinks it's going to fail. And once again, it just shows that they are trying to unravel the legacy of the former president as opposed to putting out a actual piece of legislation.
Okay. So let me run this down. Last week, what we missed, no tapes, no vacations to the Middle East, and no medication.
Yeah. Well, no vacations from the Middle East to here.
No make. Okay.
Yeah.
So we could go there still.
Yeah, well, this is America. We can do whatever we want. It's 4th of
July.
July.
4th of July, baby.
There's something that I've realized that I need to address, America. And, you know, this show is called This Just In, you know, and I'm really trying to, you know, me and Blaine, we're really trying to do whatever we can with this. But I've also realized that when you Google me, this happens.
We're drinking Tito's today, by the way, guys. This is 4th of July. American. Handmade vodka. That's right.
All right. So by this point, had you done it, you've Googled my name. And we had it down there in case you forgot what it is. And what you saw is that I allegedly threw somebody into an aquarium. So much so, it must have been the slowest.
Splish splash, he was taking a bath.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs.
Well,
it was when I was a kid, at least.
We're not gonna get
Clearly.
into that.
When you Google this, I mean, the Huffington Post, as you see, has this. I've realized that this is something I need to address to you because I want to be a credible source. That guy definitely happened. That haircut definitely happened. And it wasn't necessarily so much that I threw somebody into an aquarium, is that somebody threatened my fiance, who became
Your ex-wife, which was all obviously for a great reason.
That was a good case of possibly catching a felony for that chick. But
that was a good case of bad vibes.
I did what any man would do in that circumstance.
Yeah.
I want it to be known that I recognize this is a thing. And whereas I allowed it to upset me for a while now, I don't want to be a journalist in the conventional sense. I don't want to work for the Daily Press or any of that. I'm doing this right here. So I'm going to embrace that.
We want to work for All the Way Live.
That's right. Get back. Let's get into the world now.
Let's do
We
it,
got
man.
all that out of the way.
Got it out. Jesus Christ. Fucking air's clear.
All right. The Trump Twitter tirade. That's what I put. You see that?
Triple T.
Yeah, triple T. Speaking of T, we have a new camera guy right now that's going to hand us beers and drinks.
Oh, Tito.
His name is T.
Oh,
Tito's. Oh, man.
Hey.
We are just weird. There's a lot of
Good
segues
night.
right now.
Oh, Tito.
Have you heard anything lately about the new Trump Twitter?
Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't heard much new things. I just know that he probably shouldn't have one. Like, his wife should have probably took that a long time ago because she's against the internet bullying. I don't know if you knew that or not. That's her thing. You know, Michelle Obama had the eat healthy in school, which, you know, fuck
Laura
that.
Bush
Because I was a
had
chili
Reed.
meat. I was a chili meat type of motherfucker. I don't want apple slices. I don't want them.
I know.
I don't want that shit.
He did eat the broccoli, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I did the blue plate. I fucked with the blues plate.
That's
But
right.
anyway, so that was her thing.
Yeah.
Her
Laura
thing's-
Bush was like reading literacy.
Yeah, which you seen how that helped. Fucking No Child Left Behind.
And I really feel like she didn't come up with that. I feel like it's like, oh my God, we have this woman who knows nothing about what's going on. What can we give her? I mean, Laura Bush had reading. Michelle Obama had health. What can we give Melania Trump? What is something that is plaguing America? Cyberbullying. Yeah, that's great. Give that to her. She'll be good at that.
She didn't sign up for that shit.
This is a little like oversight of not realizing who her husband is.
We have to find a better way to talk to each other, to disagree with each other, to respect each other.
If he really did what she was doing, maybe he wouldn't have a Twitter account anymore.
Yep. I think she got married. When she got married, she didn't want that lifestyle. She didn't know he was going to be the president.
Yeah, no.
She didn't know none of that.
She was looking for a yacht.
She was looking for a yacht.
You know what she got?
A lot.
A lot. That's what she got, America.
Yeah.
So,
show.
so, you know, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, you know, whatever. Trump's always going to tweet, and it's always going to be a
That's
tirade. Tweet is, I heard poorly rated at Morning Joe speaks badly of me. Don't watch anymore. Then how come low IQ crazy Mika, along with Psycho Joe, came to Mar-a-Lago 3 nights in a row around New Year's Eve and insisted on joining me? She was bleeding badly from a facelift. I said no.
Yo, the dude is raw, though. Like, you got it.
He's savage.
You got it,
He
man.
is.
He's a savage.
He is a savage.
You know,
and this is where the White House press correspondent, the not even Sean Spicer's Sarah Huckabee Sanders is the one who fills in for him, who's like, well, the president fights fire with fire. But, I mean, at this point, you got to say, like, it's one thing if Donald
This
Trump...
motherfucker's coming with lava.
Yeah, you know, he's really
Too
coined
much.
this whole, like, you know, like Psycho Joe. Or back in the campaign, it was Lion Ted. It was Crooked Hillary. You know, like, he clearly has a brand that he is perpetuating in this. And it's just at this point, Donald, don't you have a meeting with Vladimir Putin coming up? Don't you maybe have a lot of, like...
Yeah. Like presidential things to do. Right?
Yeah.
Besides worrying about what Morning Joe's going to say about you.
Yeah, and you know, and just you know, and with the like talking about she was bleeding badly from a facelift. I mean,
That's a stab.
Crazy Joe Scarborough and Dumb as a Rock Mika are not bad people, but their low-rated show is dominated by their NBC bosses. Too bad. And you know, at this point, politicians on both sides of the
What
political
channel was
spectrum.
he on?
Yeah, he was probably on Fox and Friends.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only channel at this point that I guess shows him in a positive light, and that he recognizes that's not fake news. Because at this point, everything's fake news. So you can only imagine what we are. We're not even real news.
It's okay. Technical difficulty.
Is somebody shooting in our backyard?
No, they're putting a roof on next door. It's
Okay,
not a big
all right.
deal.
All right, well, so, you know, he's, you know, whatever. At this point, I don't even know what to say. All right, this is interesting. The military. During Barack Obama's tenure, there was a lift on the idea that transgender people can't serve. And he was making it so that they can. The current now Secretary of State had till July 1st to make an actual decision about it because of the transition of power. And he has now requested and been granted a 6-month wait on making that decision.
Typical thing. That the
Yeah,
government
typical
does,
red
like,
tape,
push it off.
typical government. Last week, though, leaders from the Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps submitted a request to delay the deadline to decide whether incoming service members already identifying as transgender, wow, I'm fucking up with that word right now.
Do you have a trans member down there?
You don't know. We share a shower. You've seen it. Could enlist as if they have been stable
Whatever.
in their gender identity for 18 months. In the end, it's like, literally, if people want to fight for us and they want to die for us, how are you going to tell them no? You know? Like, if an American wants to kill or die for American values, you going to tell them no?
Nah.
You fighting for us?
I'm not. What am
I'm
I
not.
doing? I'm sitting right here.
Yeah.
Sweating.
Yeah, we're the fucking... We're the snowflakes. We're the ones sitting here. We're the social media warriors that ain't doing shit.
Nothing.
We're just talking
I
shit.
cut grass.
I bartend. I literally... My life has no meaning.
The only thing that I do good for people is cut their grass for July 4th parties.
You make them laugh.
Yeah. I'm super depressed about that.
Yeah. And I tell them about things that's super depressing. So, whatever. In the grand scheme of things, we ain't shit.
No.
The people that want to fight for us, those are the people that we look up to.
That's it, man. That's why
Because they are stronger than us. I can't even, let alone shave my head. I ain't going fucking fighting nothing.
Yeah, I'm for sure as shit not gonna.
Yeah. We're pussies.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
For sure.
The veterans and, the people of our military, they're the people to respect.
That's it.
So, if you're transgender, you're a chick and you want to be a dude, you're a dude and you want to be a chick, I don't give a fuck. If you want to fight for me and my freedoms, I respect you. We couldn't have gotten to this place. And we're going to get into this later. But we could not have been the people that we are without the people that want to fight for us. So I don't give a fuck if you have a dick, if you have a... I was about to say a pussy, but I feel like that's
dick,
the whole thing.
Or you should have said penis.
Or
a vagina.
That's what I should have said.
Or a vagina that's now a penis.
Or a penis,
that's now a
vagina.
vagina.
You should be able to fight for us.
Flat chest that's now round. Round chest that's now down. We don't care. We don't frown.
Feeding into that, there's a Texas law now that whereas maybe what we're talking about may have some logistical questions that the government wants to know, this literally is nothing but discriminatory. Excuse me. That's that Texas vodka that just came in on me. The Texas Supreme Court, they rule on Friday that while same-sex marriage is legal, maybe they're not necessarily getting the benefits, or entitled to the benefits of a married.
Like, they won't get their pension, or they won't get things of that nature.
Or, I mean, honestly, at this point, I wasn't married long enough to even know what that means. Like, I was like a year in, and that shit was done. Seriously? I mean, if people want to get married and be as miserable as the rest of us, let them. And if they can get at least some tax benefits out of it.
Yeah, shit. Who doesn't want to claim 3?
Yeah. So, so in the ruling on Friday, the Texas High Court acknowledged that despite the fact that the U.S. Supreme Court did legalize same-sex marriage, they said it is unclear whether other rights extend to same-sex couples.
I don't know. The only thing I do know, I have to get comfortable. I love the gays, man. I got no quarrel. You know what I mean? Best parties I ever been to was gay parties. You know?
Mm-hmm.
They're people too, man. Just let them do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
It's horse shit.
It's the whole thing.
This is super comfortable to sit like this, too. I don't know.
Is it? It doesn't look comfortable at all.
Oh, I'm just relaxed.
Are you?
I'm a peach, man.
The president, Jonathan Sainez of Texas Value, says that this was a huge win for Houston taxpayers. But, whatever. Who the cares?
No one.
Nobody. Just be married and love each other. Just let people do what the they want to do.
Feeling,
if you
sexual healing.
Regardless, if you want to fight for us, fight for us. If you want to get married, get married. If you want to have benefits, have fucking benefits.
Don't break the table, goddammit.
I feel strongly about it.
Don't break the table. We gotta eat here. We eat here.
Yeah, I know.
Okay? We eat here.
Alright, whatever.
Dinner table.
Let's lighten it up a little bit. So you know what we're going to do? It's a whole thing.
I'm about to learn y'all something. Get hurt. This is a whole thing with me playing. We do it every week. It's my segment. Because it's July 4th, man. This is what it's about. About the country. And being that I feel like I live in the best country in the world, the United States of America, I'm going to represent it. I'm not going to talk shit about it. There aren't perfect things here. Everything's not perfect. Like, there's shit that can be worked on. There's shit that probably doesn't make everybody happy. But guess what? That's life. You're going to have to endure some shit to make shit perfect. it just it irks my nerves when I hear somebody say like, oh, I don't want to live here anymore. I fucking hate the government. I fucking hate this. I hate that. Well, guess what? You have the choice to not be here anymore. You have the choice to go where you want to. You can move away if you want to. You can't do that in Russia. You can't do that here. You can't do that there. You're stuck, man. Stuck like Chuck. Here you have a choice. We couldn't be doing what we're doing right now if it wasn't for the fact that we have the amendments that we have. You know, freedom of speech. We could do whatever we want. You're sitting at your house right now watching your cell phone. You think they got this shit in Korea, North Korea? The communist shit? You think they got that? No, they don't even have internet. Like, you want to sit here and tell me like that you don't want to live here no more, then move away. You know what I mean? Like, you have the choice to do that. I love this country. I think that it's awesome to be here. This country has everything that every other country has times 10, in my opinion. It might not be yours, but it's a whole thing.
So, I don't know if this is like pop culture or if this is just life, but check out this video. A plane hit a truck on the interstate.
Like, wha-bam! Like, I feel like people were super hungry. They ran out of, like, the TV dinners. You get chicken or a steak thing. Facebook message. You get chicken or you get, like, a steak thing. They put it in the microwave. Maybe they ran out.
I mean, this is a 2-person plane. And real quick, America, just so you know, all 2 people survived and all 2 people are okay. It's the reason why we're making fun of this.
What about the people in the car? Were they okay? Did anybody check into that?
The news story didn't
Did
say.
anybody, like, check out the dude in the Chevy?
It didn't say. It
Just
really
the plane.
didn't. I just feel, you know, this is
Like, that was a huge explosion for it to, like, everyone's okay. I feel like maybe they lost pressure or something in the engine.
I feel like I wouldn't want to ever fly with that pilot. That's it. I mean,
The dude, he had to take her down, man.
it's like
He was like, the whole time I can just picture him being like, I'm giving her all she's got, Captain! She just can't take it! And the dude in the Chevy was just probably like driving to work and
shit, was not expecting.
he was
to get
probably
hit by a
hungry
plane.
too. He was probably hungry too, like on his way home to get dinner.
He's
and,
like, I'm gonna hit the interstate.
Yeah, they were both trying to go to the same Taco Bell. Like,
Well, they met.
Shit
They met in
happens,
the
man.
middle. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's right.
You know, it's like I remember hearing that story. Harrison Ford, like he's a pilot, and he ran into something or whatever. And I recall.
ran into something. Like, was
Yeah.
he on the ground?
But I do
Was he-
recall in that Indiana Jones movie when they're like, "Do you know how to fly? Do you know how to land this thing?"
I didn't know you could fly a plane. Why, yes. Land? No.
He was like, "I know how to fly it."
That's it.
Landing it, I don't
Landing
know.
is the hardest part, especially
Maybe-
not on a
Maybe
runway.
it was Harrison Ford, because he's badass. He can fucking crash a plane into a car and probably get away with it.
He is a fugitive. Yeah,
He is my hero. I try to be him every day.
I like that movie a lot.
Well, so I guess that's a good segue into pop culture, though. You know,
Okay.
like that was
Yeah,
something that was kind of like all over the place. But pop culture, JayZ new album, 444.
The Rock!
It is. I always rap The Rock. 444 dropped Friday, I believe. What's today? Today is
I don't even know what day it is.
yeah, and today's not the day that the show comes out. So yeah,
My whole life is a blur.
fair enough. It's JayZ probably at his most honest. Brutally honest as a person, as a black man in America. You know, I mean, a lot of things are being said right now. You know, when Lemonade came out, Beyonce's album last year, there was,
Oh, I thought you meant the drink.
you know, in her album, she did kind of reference him possibly cheating and like their marriage not being.
Yeah, you got
what
billions
it
of
is.
dollars. You're fucking whoever you want.
But if you have Beyonce,
I don't know. I don't find her that attractive. Like, she's super pretty. Like, but that's not like my go-to.
well, you know, and then what they always say, you know, no matter how much you might find a woman beautiful or attractive, you know, there's always a guy there that is tired of her shit. Beyonce, you know, she's Beyonce. So, you know, like, most people in America are looking at it like, wow, Hove, you look like a camel. You know, how are you gonna, I mean, look,
Like this. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
he
you know what I'm
does. He
saying?
has a little camely thing.
yeah, like him and Matthew McConaughey, I'm pretty sure they're like camels in disguise.
All right.
But So anyway, he comes out and like he directly references things that were said on that, which pretty much insinuates he did cheat on her, but they made it work. He talks about Kanye West talking about how he wanted to kill him. He talks about the elevator fight with Beyonce's sister Solange. You remember that?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, like she was wilding. She was fucking knocking his shit all over the place.
Crazy.
It was Ray Rice-ish, is what it was. You know, it's like he's talking about most of his flaws, and he's being brutally honest. And you know, it's a 30-minute, like a little over 30 minutes, which for me and the ADD that I have, I appreciate that in albums. That's why I like punk music, because you know, shit don't last more than 30 minutes an album. And so
It's
far,
like my sex life. 3 minutes, I'm out of there, man.
That's right.
If you don't get yours, then I don't really care.
Most are hailing it as a return to form of, you know, JayZ is, you know, he's been on the top and he's been on the bottom and he's done everything in between. But now it's like, yeah, JayZ's got something to really say again for the first time in a while. So I find that interesting. I will say, upon my own listening and the way other people are saying it, it's probably one of JayZ's better albums in years. You know, for me, of course, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, classics in the hip-hop game. But there's a lot of things that JayZ's done that, you know, I feel one way or the other. I mean, like Blueprint 3, I like songs on it. Blueprint 2 was horrible. I treat Blueprint 2 like I treat, George feels differently, but I treat Blueprint 2 the way I treat Rocky 5. You know, it's like, it happened, but let's just move on from it.
It was necessary for
to get to where we are now.
Right?
It's like our marriage. It was necessary.
Not our marriage.
Well, no, not ours. I mean, we have our marriage now.
Our marriages.
But the marriages that we had.
on that. It's separate.
It took us to that point to get where we are now and to be the awesome people that you are watching right now. It's a great album, and so far everybody seems to feel the same. So check it out. You know, and this is one of those things we will say that. Look at 444 America. It'll teach you something about yourself.
And I think everybody knows what time it is now. What time is it? It's time for Buyers on Fire.
So it's the 4th of July, America. It's the original Brexit. You know, it's the greatest underdog story in history, really. 13 ragtag colonies full of farmers and people that don't know shit taking on the great British Empire. Sun never sets on the British Empire, they used to say. You know what? I say nay. Because you know what? We whooped that ass, and we came up, well, maybe we didn't whoop that ass, but we won, regardless. It's like Rocky. It doesn't matter how pretty it was. It's the fact that we won. And we became the leader of the world. Greatest country of the world. Whatever, that's subjective to you and how you feel about it. I mean, I say life's pretty good. You know, there's a lot of shit that needs to be fixed. It's not a perfect system. But check this out. As of today, we have been a country for 241 years. Think about that in the grand scheme of history. Recorded history. I mean, there are buildings in Europe that are 4 times older than this country. So, you know, in that amount of time, we've gone from, you know, not knowing what the hell we were doing to running well, we were running shit. Now, apparently Germany's leader of the free world, because, I'm not going to say his name, but, you know, the guy that we talk about a lot. People aren't feeling him in the rest of the world. Anywho, that's not the point. The point is, America, fuck yeah. You know, it's the 4th of July. We've made it this far. It's not a perfect system, but, you know, the one thing that we show is we have a spirit. We have something that the rest of the world doesn't have. Yeah, they may think we're a bunch of wild and crazy cowboys or, you know, a bunch of gluttonous capitalists, which we are. But, you know, you could argue capitalism is one of the reasons why we're here. That might be another thing for another time. But happy 4th of July, America. This one's to you. And now, America, for your viewing pleasure, it's just in time to unwind.
She's a maniac, show love. And she's dancing like she's never danced before. She's a maniac.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.